Hey there, friends. Today, we're going to dive into the Book of Psalms, specifically chapter 4 verses 1 to 8. The Book of Psalms is a collection of 150 poems, hymns, and prayers that were written by various authors over a period of more than 1,000 years. It's a treasure trove of wisdom, faith, and inspiration. Now, let's take a look at chapter 4, verses 1 to 8. In these verses, we find a beautiful prayer that reminds us to trust in God's protection and guidance. It's a reminder to seek God's face and to wait patiently for His help. Psalm 4 1 to 8 conveys a message of trust in God despite adversity, urging believers to seek Him in prayer and to control their anger and thoughts, while also acknowledging the fleeting nature of worldly pleasures and the true joy found in God's presence. The psalm also contrasts the joy of the godly with the emptiness of those who seek worldly things. Verses 1 to 3. The psalm begins with a plea to God, acknowledging His past faithfulness and asking for continued deliverance and grace. It then addresses those who are turning God's glory into shame, warning them against pursuing vanity and lies. The psalm affirms that God sets apart the godly and will hear their prayers. Verse 4. This verse instructs believers to be angry but not to sin, encouraging self-reflection and silence to prevent sinful actions. Verse 5. The psalm encourages the offering of righteous sacrifices and trusting in the Lord. Verses 6 to 8. These verses highlight the contrast between the joy of the godly, which comes from God, and the temporary happiness found in earthly things. David expresses his contentment and peaceful sleep, knowing that God protects him. He finds greater joy in God's presence than in worldly abundance. What is the main message of Psalm 4? Psalm 4's main message centers around trusting in God even amidst hardship and finding peace and joy in His presence, even in the face of adversity. The psalm encourages reflection, acknowledging one's own feelings and the need to trust in God's goodness, rather than relying on material possessions or worldly validation. It also calls for discernment, urging people to recognize and avoid actions that would lead to sin, particularly when dealing with anger. Trust in God. The psalm emphasizes the importance of relying on God's strength and guidance, especially during challenging times. Finding peace. It suggests that true joy and peace are found in God's presence, not in external circumstances or worldly possessions. Overcoming anger. The psalm acknowledges the possibility of righteous anger but cautions against letting it turn into sin, emphasizing the importance of meditation and trusting in God. God bless everyone. So, let's reflect on these verses and allow them to inspire us in our own lives. Thanks for joining me today, and if you enjoyed this journey into the Book of Psalms, don't forget to follow and subscribe for more uplifting content. Until next time, take care and stay inspired.